the spear of Christ, the weapon that touched the divine. As the body of Jesus hung in silence upon the cross, the sky darkened and the earth trembled. Then came an act that would echo through history. A Roman soldier, identified in ancient tradition as Longinus, pierced the side of Jesus with his spear. From the wound flowed blood and water. To some, it was merely the final act of an execution. To others, it was the exact moment when the human world touched the divine. Apocryphal manuscripts and medieval traditions claim that the spear was not abandoned. It was taken, preserved, and feared. According to these texts, the spear acquired an unsettling power. Whoever possessed it could rise to rule empires, but whoever lost it was destined to fall. Centuries later, the Holy Spear appears in the hands of Emperors Constantine, Charlemagne, and later within the heart of the Holy Roman Empire. Ancient chronicles claim each carried it into battle, believing the weapon protected their destiny. But other manuscripts offer a darker warning. The spear did not grant power, it revealed it. They say the blood of Christ did not turn the weapon into a blessing, but into a test. A test measuring human ambition against the sacred. When power was sought, the spear brought war. When it was revered, it brought silence. And here, the question is born. In the next chapter, we will explore how many spears claim to be the true one, and why none can prove its origin with absolute certainty. Later, we will uncover how sacred relics became tools of political ambition, and why touching the divine always carries a price. Because the spear that pierced Christ is not just a relic. It is a mirror. It does not reveal the power of God, but the heart of humanity.
Father, into your hands I commit my spirit. Truly this was a righteous man.
The Haggadah of Jesus Christ, the hidden codex of medieval Spain. In medieval Spain, where Jews, Christians, and Muslims lived side by side under the growing shadow of the Inquisition, a book circulated in silence. It was not a gospel. It was not a Bible. It was a Haggadah, illuminated and hidden. Its pages did not recount the life of Jesus as official history, but as teaching. Every image, every symbol, was a lesson for those who knew how to see. The Codex portrayed Jesus not as a king or a judge, but as a teacher of the inner path. In its miniatures, Jesus breaks bread not only to feed bodies, but to awaken consciences. The light around him does not descend from heaven, it rises from the human heart. The scribes who copied the Haggadah's secret monks and Jewish converts used the ancient language of symbolic narration. Short stories, visual parables, questions without answers. Because true teaching does not impose, it awakens. One illustration shows Jesus walking among 3 different peoples, rejecting none of them. Another depicts him washing the feet of his disciples, beneath an inscription that reads, "Whoever understands service, understands the kingdom." The Haggadah teaches that the true legacy of Jesus was not power, law, or the sword. It was conscious compassion, inner freedom, and responsibility of the soul. That is why it was hidden. In a time when faith was watched and thought was punished, this codex survived as many truths do. In fragments, in images, in whispers. And here, the search begins. In the next chapter, we will explore which symbols from the Haggadah of Jesus appear in real medieval Spanish manuscripts, and how some of its imagery may have influenced Christian art without leaving written traces. Because some books were not made to be read, they were made to be understood. The Haggadah of Jesus does not command. It does not threaten. It only reminds us who we are, and who we may become. The Haggadah of the Annunciation, discovered on the borders of Spain. In a small, abandoned church, forgotten for centuries on the border between Spain and its neighboring country, archaeologists and scholars uncovered a hidden parchment. It was no ordinary book. It was a Haggadah, illustrated with delicate miniatures telling the life of Jesus, page by page. The edges of the parchment were worn, as if it had traveled secretly through generations, and the scent of ancient ink and wax lingered in the air. This Haggadah began with the Annunciation, the moment that would change the world. The Annunciation. In a humble home in Nazareth, a young woman named Mary was performing her daily tasks when suddenly the light around her grew golden and warm. An angel, radiant as the sun streaming through a window, appeared before her. "Rejoice, highly favored one," said the celestial messenger. "Do not be afraid, Mary. You have found favor with God. You shall conceive and give birth to a son, and you shall call him Jesus." Mary, astonished and trembling, bowed with humility and asked, "How can this be, since I do not know a man?" The angel replied softly but firmly, "The Holy Spirit will come upon you, and the power of the Most High will overshadow you. Therefore, the child to be born will be called the Son of God." In the Haggadah illustration, Mary sits beside a small lectern, surrounded by symbols of purity: white lilies, rays of light piercing the window, and an open book. The angel floats gently, wings delicate and golden, while Mary's gaze reflects wonder, reverence, and acceptance. "Behold the servant of the Lord. Let it be to me according to your word," Mary finally responded, her voice serene and her heart full of faith. The Haggadah shows how that instant is not only an announcement but the beginning of a story that would transform humanity, told through the power of imagery, symbolism, and light that only a secret codex could convey.